I
Right.
hate when people use weeb profiles with your little identifying flag backgrounds, and then you come in here defending racist.
Okay, so we're going right into it today. Like I said, you got me for about 20 minutes, and then Vlad's is going to be on the captain of the ship. So, Vlad's, why don't you take the steering wheel and guide us through our first lead story today?
All right, so our first lead is actually going to be about Black Myth Wukong, and we have to share this because this is quite the achievement. Still, right now on Steam charts, there are 2,340,246
This is
people
right now?
playing right now. Yeah, right now, playing
Holy
an hour
shit.
ago. Look at that! Look at that number. Isn't that
Holy
insane?
Yeah,
So
man.
that is impressive.
Good
This
game,
game-
do well.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, it's definitely been amazing to see the response to this. And I know people like Razor was really critical of this. Oh, it's a Chinese game. You're still supporting communism, blah, blah, blah. And I get that, right? But let's not forget how this whole thing started. We talked about this on the show a couple days ago. The idea of the IGN hit piece that came down I think it was in December, where her name is Rebecca Valentine, I believe. She is an IGN reporter. She put together a hit piece talking about Game Science, which is the developer of this, talking about how racist and misogynistic this company was. And her hope, I'm guessing, from this was to do damage to this company and ultimately the release of this game. In my mind, that is strictly propaganda when it comes to this stuff. But she went out of the way, and she's been called out many, many times as this was a piece of propaganda that ultimately was debunked, as several of the things that she was referenced to were mistranslated along the way. And
So she's racist.
well, so she has actually gone in and defended her work. Now, keeping in mind, Claude, that just a couple days ago, there was a Chinese YouTuber who went in and she looked at the actual things that were translated, and she's like, yeah, the person that was actually doing the translation for Valentine was actually not a native Chinese speaker. So they got the translations wrong. So the native Chinese speaker was like, hey, this is what it actually said. And the long and short of it wasn't sexist or misogynistic. It may have been rude or crude, but it wasn't sexist and misogynistic, right? And we've seen words like that thrown out a million times over the last, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, to the point where they don't even have any meaning at this point. But she, shortly after the game was released and after it saw literally record-breaking results with over 2 million players, even today, like Vlad pointed out, broke the record for single player gameplay of 2.3 million people playing it at a single time. Savvy, have you had a chance to play it?
Not yet, but I really want to, especially after I saw those ladies. They were very fine. But no, I think there's a really important note here that a lot of people miss, and this is such a great talking point that I feel really just needs to be thrown back at everyone's face more. If IGN believed her reporting, if it was so important, why are they promoting the game right now? Why are there other staff playing the game? Why are they talking about the mythology that it comes from? Why are they continuing to talk about it in any form of a positive light whatsoever?
Grifting.
Right. Well, I think there's a multiple layers to that. But I agree with that. Now they've gone back and forth with whether the game was going to be good or not. Ultimately, the review was pretty positive when it came to the game itself. But after the game came out, the reporter who put that piece of propaganda out she left Twitter. She moved on, and she saw what many people call people were disagreeing, or they were going in and providing feedback that she was wrong in her reporting, and she obviously saw that as harassment.
Attacking.
Right?
Yep.
So she became the victim very, very quick. So she left Twitter, but she didn't leave the internet, because she has gone on to Reset Era, which has become like a hive mind for the super woke as well. And she has made a couple posts over there. Blas, why don't you pull these up?
Yep. So this is from Yellow Flash, who actually got the screenshot of this. And this is from Duck Valentine. That is what she goes by, this Rebecca Valentine chick. And she says, thank you so much. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Okay. Keen Hoon and I are extremely confident in our work. We checked and verified everything very diligently. I go so far as to say this is my proudest work as a journalist so far, even if I wish it wasn't necessary. But I won't pretend I gained dozens of emails and tags on social daily accusing me of mistranslating or whatever doesn't occasionally worm its way into my brain. I feel like I'm being gaslit every time I log on, even though that's what she was saying. Genuinely, this is the worst I've ever been harassed. The last few days have been a nightmare. It's so depressing how people manage to invent a bunch of false claims about our work and then manage to dominate their narrative and about them so completely that now so many believe that it's our well-sourced and easily verifiable article that's false and not the absolute batshit claims of extortion and mistranslation. So thank you, seriously, for supporting journalism. It means a lot. I just want to point out that she says the word batshit about the Chinese YouTuber. Interesting.
Well, right, and I think that's the one thing to really point. By the way, sorry, this guy walked up. He wanted to know where the exit was, and I was like, but it was like behind the security dude. Anyways, yeah,
worker Craig.
Right. I'm like, oh,
TSA Craig.
Like giving him a big smile and a thumbs up. Anyways, yeah, you're right though, Blabs. It's like you have somebody who doesn't speak the native language, right? Who by all accounts was Korean translating Chinese, right? And but then you have somebody who is Chinese saying, no, that's not accurate. She has not said anything about that report at all. How are you? By the way, she's from Kansas City, this reporter, right? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't think she has her finger on Chinese culture very well. Just gonna throw it out there, right? And that may be just a broad assumption for me. Now, she does live in San Francisco now, and there is a large Chinese culture there. With that said, I will take the lady who lives in China talking about the Chinese over the girl and her Korean reporter any day. Maybe that's just me. She has not
IGN
responded to that.
Doesn't believe their own bullshit. Her own company doesn't stand by her report. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing the fucking game.
Well,
yeah, you're right. But I just really like the word that she used, batshit, when, you know, what happened in China like 4 years ago. I just thought that was a bit ironic.
The projection and the racism. It always comes out with them.
It's like, well, aren't you a little racist?
But she's not wrong.
It is interesting to kind of see this because I saw, and I didn't save it, but there was a screenshot, and I can't verify it or not. I can't verify, but it was from the same platform where she was saying that she was working hard. She worked hard to discredit the game and the developers, and she was upset that her hard work went to waste because the game was such a success. Now,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, I can't verify it, but does that strike you as something that you're like, I couldn't see that happening? I could. Absolutely could.
Yeah.
Sav, you're obviously, passionate about this stuff. I don't know. Would love to hear your thoughts on this whole story of her like doubling down more or less on like, no, everything was accurate.
They're stupid. If you have Chinese people telling you that the translation was wrong, and then you say, oh my God, I'm being attacked and gaslit, you are a dumb motherfucker and you need to shut the fuck up. Whatever happened to giving minorities in America a voice? Why are you trying to silence the Chinese minority in America while they're correcting you on your goddamn cultural appropriation? You clearly don't give a fuck about the game. You've never played the video game. And if this is your proudest fucking work, then you are a miserable failure in life, and your whole fucking existence amounts to nothing but grifting, bullshit, lies, and being a fucking racist. You're so racist, in fact, that you refuse to acknowledge it. And when people point out that you are being racist, you have to fucking gaslight yourself and make yourself feel better. No normal human being says these things about being corrected. I personally love being wrong because it's an opportunity to fucking learn. But no, these people are always fucking right despite not having a PhD in anything of fucking value. So unless you have a linguistics fucking degree, shut the fuck up, go sit down and play your farming sims, and let the rest of the internet be in peace, you waste of space.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
There's some more to this too, and it's a bunch of people coming to Rebecca's defense. And I kind of want to share this. Let me zoom in for you guys.
Right. This is
Hate
what I
when
wanted to get to.
assholes are rewarded.
I
Right.
hate when people use fucking weeb profiles with your little fucking identifying flag backgrounds, and then you come in here defending racists.
Depressing that a game made by such a horrible devs get rewarded. Genuinely sad.
It's genuinely sad when we can't appreciate the artwork that other people put out and enjoy the mythology of other fucking cultures.
I really like this one though. Blatant misogyny being rewarded on the biggest scale. Huh. Okay, all right.
In the game, they're saying the game.
No,
is
they're talking about the
misogynistic?
developers, how they're misogynistic and sexist.
I think
What are
everything
you?
he said was based, and I'm
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
woman,
say
so I
based.
trump that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a W.
And then a little bit extra. Let me zoom in because Craig won't be able to see this. But
Yeah.
we asked Black Myth Wukong's developer about the controversy over its founders' past sexist remarks. But Game Science only reply was no comment.
Good for
W.
them. I love
Yeah.
that. You know,
I'll bow down.
that's like them just being like, hey, go fuck yourself. How about you just go fuck yourself? And you know what? That's the way they should respond to it.
Yeah,
I love
everyone
that
should
idea.
respond to them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
get the fuck out of here. It's ridiculous. And
I own your country. We're China. Shut up.
Juan, you're looking at this from afar. What's your thoughts on all this when it comes to IGN?
I played the game. I liked it. I don't really
yeah,
know
you
much. Yeah, I don't know much about none of that, and I don't even care. Like, the more misogynistic, the better for me. Anything that isn't like bowing down, I'm there for. They could say anything. I don't care. They
Love
could
it. But
be
you-
entertaining and make it. I'd be cool. I'd be there for it.
So what are your thoughts on the game? Do you like it?
I like
so
it.
far?
I like it. They're racist. They hate monkeys. It's a cool, fun game. You know, like more. It's like Elden Ring, which I've been playing recently. It's like Elden Ring with more, like Elden Ring mixed with Ghost of Tsushima, and I like both of those games. So it's fun.